as we're underway in Week 13.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
But you look at this Bronco defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense for the Broncos, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive will start with an option going left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 14. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Cunningham. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You look at this Colt defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Cunningham to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Richardson looking to throw this. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Pittman's first catch, good for a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
The Colts at 8-4 now in the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this down to the 41. From the shotgun, Richardson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Cunningham.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Broken tackle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
19 yards. And the Broncos first down. Go! Hey, let's go!
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Check match. Ready.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Cunningham. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sly able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Come on.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Richardson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Now Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Well, I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
Ready.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Sly able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, it's Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cunningham. That is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake. Pass out left, caught by Woods. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The tackle made there by Drew Sanders.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. There he goes, left side. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos 1st down as a tackle made up at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Ready, set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Let's go now. 19 light.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Here's Cunningham from the gun.
This one swung out to Williams.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ready?
Off the option, here's Williams.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Dayo Odeyingbo there to make the play defensively.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Back to the air with Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now Richardson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And this offense on third down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
79 Broncos.
Now Richardson.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's Richardson.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ready.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.